What was going on? What else would you notice? And by the way, that was from Tchaikovsky, his second movement, the slow one. Okay, you tell me what was happening. It is a very sad piece, and so I was trying to make it look very sad. But what else did you guys notice? It's like a cake with too much frosting. You may need to elaborate a little bit on that. That is an extra step of a level of abstraction. So let's bring it back. So a cake with too much frosting. What happens if you have too much of it? 5-hour energy. What? So are you saying that it didn't have enough energy? Okay. So too hesitant is. I'm getting the idea that I was holding back too much. Like I was too focused on the mechanics as opposed to giving the music. Do you think maybe I was holding it back? Any other thoughts on that? So, so as you're thinking about that, go ahead and keep commenting. I'm going to switch it up now, okay? Okay, now you tell me what it is that's happening. Trying to make it too sad, okay? Sibelius is sad. Anyways, don't force it. Be relaxed, okay? All right? I will tell you that I actually am trying to mimic a couple of fairly well-known violinists that I know of, the way that they look, the way that they are performing. One of them that I'm thinking of specifically holds it back, and the other one I'm thinking of specifically really gives it out, okay? So let's ask this question. Is it wrong to do either of those? Is it actually wrong? Now I noticed that you guys pointed out that either it's too hesitant or it's too overdone. Are they wrong? That's what I want to know. So I'm sorry I'm not that picky. Getting stuff into the emotion. You are trying to make it sadder by forcing certain facial expressions. You should be yourself. Interesting. Okay. Well, let me try playing it once, being myself. Okay. This is how I would normally play it. I'm sitting, so it's a little bit different. But let me just try. Okay. This would be the Ben Chan style. It's like this is the only way that I can label it. I don't know how else to label it. So okay. Okay, so what do you guys think? Now I am open to criticism. I've been criticized many times on YouTube. It doesn't faze me. You guys tell me, what do you think? Okay. Let's see. You should be yourself. However, I did not find anything particularly wrong with the last bit. Is that from now? Nobody's driving. Is that from the last one, or is that from this most recent? This most recent one. Ben Chan style. As I said about the cake, it should be perfectly balanced. You need to give enough that it's tasty, but not so much that it doesn't satisfy you. Going down the abstraction ladder, give your audience enough to enjoy it, but give them a bit of suspense. Ooh, I really like that. Quest, can I quote that? Am I allowed to quote that at some point? I mean, I'll give you credit, but I'm wondering if I could like put that somewhere. Because I think at some point I want to put up some quotes from you guys. I would love to put that one up. Okay? Seemed quite mechanical, but very clear. I think before you were trying to feed the audience and what they should be feeling too much. Yeah, I think so. Okay, you like that one best. It's because I don't really care what face you make so long as you don't screw your face like you don't like your own playing. Yes. I agree with that too. I think that sometimes, and especially in this exercise, I've been purposely making you psychoanalyze everything that I'm doing because I told you before I even started playing that there was something wrong with what I was doing. Till the last one, then I just said, this is the way that I play. Now, frankly, I'm sure there are things that I'm doing wrong, so to speak, that there are certainly faults you can find in what it is I'm doing. And certainly you can do that with any player. And I think that at some point, now that we figured out what the egregious, really bad things are, like you and hem and haw about the mistakes you make, at the end of the day, as long as you're being yourself, as long as you are enjoying the music, then other people can have their opinions, and that is what matters as a performer. You decide that you are enjoying the music, and then let the critics speak. Let them have their heyday with you if they have to. But at the end of the day, if you enjoyed it and some people enjoyed it, that's all you can hope for. That's the best you can hope for. You cannot have perfect etiquette. It just isn't possible. You can't connect with every single person. But you can connect with yourself, and you can connect with at least one person. And I think that's maybe the most important thing about etiquette that it comes down to. I suppose that's life advice in a way. And sometimes I wish that I would take that more outside of the violin. But within the violin world, I feel very strongly about that, which is why I put up all my YouTube videos, flaws and all. Every note that I've missed, every screw-up I've made, royal or not, I always feel like I'm at least representing my own style, representing my own me, right? So if I make weird faces or if I do weird things, it's because that's how I am. I want to connect with the audience in a way that I'm connecting with myself and then allowing the audience to connect with me. Or not. They can thumb down everything, and there are plenty of people that thumb down my videos, and that's fine. I understand. But I think that's what it really comes down to. So certainly you can quote me on that. That is just fine. Okay, questions. What do you guys? Okay, how have you grown to deal with bad mistakes? Can I tell you a couple of my bad mistakes? And you guys won't spread this around the internet. Actually, it's fine if you do. I don't really care. Like I said, wow, we've been going for 37 minutes. I think we're going to have to wrap this up. But let me wrap it up with this, Ben. And then, of course, we're going to schedule another one because I think this is way fun. And I want to do this more. So let me think of a really bad mistake that I made. Oh, this one time, I'm not recommending this, okay? This is how I dealt with one mistake. So we were playing quartet, and somebody got totally lost. It might have been me, actually. I'm not totally sure. So I had this brilliant idea. I was going to kick over the person's stand. So I think I kicked over, it wasn't my stand, I think I kicked over the second violin's stand, knocked it over with my foot, and then we had to start over. So that's how I handled it. I definitely do not recommend that. And another one that I did was the first violinist dropped her music on the floor while she was playing, so I picked it up and put it back on her stand while I was playing, and it turns out she did that on purpose. So I ended up covering the page that she was trying to open by doing that. This was during, I think this was during like the 2007 ASTA competition, or ASTA National Conference, when we were playing in front of people. And I thought it was important to make sure that her music was there for her, but she had purposely thrown it down. So I screwed her up by trying to put the music back on. Okay. Otherwise, I think you're touching on a good point, Martina K., which is how do you avoid memory slips? And that point, I think we're going to have to make another video, because I do have a pretty good working theory on memory. And I've had long concerts. I played the whole Beethoven Violin Concerto, 50 minutes long, whole Tchaikovsky Concerto. I played 2 back-to-back hour-long concerts for BYU for my senior recital. So I actually did the same recital twice in the day. And I didn't have any memory slips, or rather, you couldn't tell that I had any memory slips. So I'll save that one for another day. You guys think about that one. But for today, to close it up, sound point and etiquette is what we talked about. Sounding point being the fact that you watch where your bow is, note that that you want to keep your bow straight so that it doesn't go either direction, and so you can have a good sound. That you can either vary the intensity of your speed of the bow, or you can tilt it, and that changes the sound. We also talked about etiquette and how it is most important for you to connect with yourself, and then allow the audience to connect with you in their own personal way. And I think that pretty much sums it up. You guys are welcome. I'm going to post this on YouTube again. I think I can only download 30 minutes of it, so I'll just post those 30 minutes. This stuff we probably won't get to in it, but I appreciate you guys coming. This time works pretty good for me. I almost feel like maybe I should move the time, though. Would you guys prefer a different time next week? I think I'm still here. I know I'm going on a trip in a couple of weeks, but next week I'll still be here. Yes, I hope that this is useful to you. But does this time work? You guys okay with us doing this same time? And as we get more people, you guys let me know either through this or through email. Let me know what other times might work. And I have a friend, violist friend. His name is Andrew Snow. He's very interested in doing this as well, doing a session of his own. So he has a PhD from Eastman School of Music. So he's got pretty good credentials, and he's also very zany, very kind of weird. So I think it's a good combination for this kind of thing. But just keep in touch with me. You can reach me on Facebook. You can reach me on YY's World. Let me know what other times would be interesting for you, and we'll see if we can arrange another time. But we'll go ahead and plan at least on next Saturday. Oh, that's unfortunate. Nobody's as weird as I am. So next week, why don't we go ahead and do 4 o'clock again? For those of you who will not be able to make it, watch YY's World. I'll post another time if either I or Andrew Snow are going to plan on doing a session. I'll post it there. So get all your information from there and also from Facebook. Sound good? Yeah, so it'll be 4 o'clock next Saturday, and then if we happen to have the ability to do another one in between, then we'll let you know on YY's World and in Facebook if there is going to be another one. Sounds great. Well, I love how much input you guys are giving on this. I hope that you take this away. That next time you pick up your violin and your bow, which could be like right now or soon, that you can take this and incorporate it. Both of these ideas that you've got. All right, guys. You're very welcome, and I will talk to you guys next time. So long.